WBC World Heavyweight Champion Deontay Wilder has decided that he is going to stop running, stop ducking, and get in the ring with Anthony Joshua as soon as possible. Since the Tyson Fury fight has fallen through, he was angry to begin with, but now he seems keen to make the undisputed fight with Anthony Joshua after he has had his interim bout against Jarrell Miller. Obviously, Deontay Wilder will be having an interim bout also. We don't know who it might be yet, but most likely it will be Dominic Breazeale. It could be, it should be, Dillian Whyte, but it's going to be Dominic Breazeale. I think the only reason that Dominic Breazeale is mandatory, because they had that scuffle after Deontay Wilder had beat Gerald Washington. He started a fight in the lobby in front of Dominic Breazeale's family. Dominic Breazeale was going to press charges against Deontay Wilder and possibly the WBC, so they made him mandatory. So that possibly could be the reason why he is mandatory over Dillian Whyte, who should be mandatory, because Dillian Whyte is ranked number 1, so why isn't he mandatory? Why is there a mandatory who is not number 1 challenger? It doesn't make sense. So Dillian Whyte should be facing Deontay Wilder next, but it will be Dominic Breazeale. So after he fights Dominic Breazeale, which I think it will be a tough fight for Deontay Wilder, but I think he wins, then he will try and get in there with Anthony Joshua. He has said he is ready, which is great. It's great news because he has often said, oh, I'm not going to face him, I'm going to blacklist him, I'm going to freeze him out. And he has said before that he wants to face him, but he has never got in the ring with him. Let's see if this time he actually does, whether he does reach out to Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, because they are ready. They said they are ready to make up a contract and get the fight done. Obviously, Anthony Joshua has to come through Jarrell Miller first, which I think he will. I think he stops Miller in the 6th round after maybe a few hairy moments early on, but I think that Jarrell Miller is not up to the standard of Anthony Joshua, and I don't think he can mix it at that level. He may do well for a few rounds, but I think Anthony Joshua will ultimately get him out of there. Deontay Wilder has said that Jarrell Miller may pose a few problems for Anthony Joshua. Perhaps he is hoping now that Jarrell Miller beats Anthony Joshua so that he doesn't have to face Anthony Joshua after coming out and saying this. But still, I think Deontay Wilder is now ready to face Anthony Joshua. I hope he is, because he has been ducking and diving for so long. He has used Anthony Joshua to build his own name, build his own brand, and sell tickets and sell his own fights off of Anthony Joshua's name. He has done that ever since he went to that event in Wembley when Vladimir Klitschko got knocked out by Anthony Joshua. He was commentating with Sky Sports. He saw how much focus was on Anthony Joshua for that event. He said, I want a slice of that. So he started using Anthony Joshua's name in order to build his own brand and hopefully try and raise to those levels. But it never really happened. He obviously got better paydays and more views on his fights, but still, he will never reach the level that Anthony Joshua is. Unless he gets in there and faces him, then he will be on that level because Anthony Joshua will pull him up to that level. As we have said before, Deontay Wilder is making what? 7 million per fight now after the Tyson Fury fight. That is his most recent purse. So how can he expect to suddenly jump to 30 million, which is Anthony Joshua's purse? So, I mean, he has to come up in stages, so 20 million maybe. That's a lot of money for Deontay Wilder, considering the WBC changed their own rules, which was 70-30 to 70-40 for Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury brought more value to that fight. That is the reason why they changed it. So that shows how much value Deontay Wilder has going into the AJ fight. So, is he ready to face Anthony Joshua? I don't know. I don't know whether he is just bluffing again, but again, he has to try and sell tickets. This may be just to sell the Dominic Breazeale fight, because obviously now that he is without Tyson Fury and his name to build the fight, he needs Anthony Joshua again, so perhaps he is just using that name again to build his next fight against Dominic Breazeale. Maybe. We don't know, but we are all hoping for Undisputed later this year. Will we get it? What do you think, guys? Is Deontay Wilder going to stop ducking, stop running, and face Anthony Joshua finally? Please drop your thoughts in the comments below. Please like the video and subscribe for more content. Thank you, guys.